Hello, listeners. This is my second podcast on storytelling. Today, I'm going to tell a story about a cat, Judgement. This story will end with a note that how a human can judge one's own self. Storytelling. Long ago. How long ago? Long ago, there was a crow. The crow was living in a big tree. Big tree means it was so big that it got a lot of branches. This crow was living on top of this tree. Since the tree was very big, there was a small hole in the bottom of the tree. So in the bottom of the tree, being very beautiful, comfortable and beautiful, one day parrot visited that hole and liking that place, she started making that as her own house. And as crow was living in the top, parrot was living in the bottom of the tree, they both become friends. Normally daytime they have housework. And the evening time being very pleasant, they both normally meet and then have fun time discussing each other's views transparently. One can call them as the thickest friends in the world. And this life was going on for some time. Once, one fine morning, parrot with all of his friends went in search for food. They went in a direction where the cultivation was in process. So these parrots have found a lot of grown seeds here and there. So as the parrots and friend, they found a lot of seeds. They went on eating the food and they went long distance that they never returned back for quite some time. The crow normally knows that parrot comes back every evening before the sun sets. But that day, the parrot went long distance, it never returned. But otherwise, crow was thinking that no, someone would have killed that parrot, it would have died. It was happened, and next day morning also, crow was expecting that okay, today the parrot would have come. But when crow looked at parrot's house, parrot was not returned. And this, even for weeks together, months together, the parrot did not return. Parrot, since was enjoying the food, they were flying happily and having seeds everywhere. They went long distance, they never returned back. As this was going, one day a rabbit visited the tree. A rabbit visiting the tree found that there was a hole. So that hole was very beautiful for a rabbit. And after visiting that hole, a rabbit found that the place was very beautiful, so a rabbit made it as a home. But crow, knowing that, told the rabbit, please don't occupy this house. This house belongs to parrot's house. Rabbit said, no. It looks that for quite some time nobody has occupied this place, so I'm making it my home. Crow said, no, if parrot comes back, you have to leave the home. Rabbit ignores the request and keeps continuing to stay there in the hole. For quite some time, she was living. The rabbit was living in the same place. So all of a sudden, one day, parrot returned back surprisingly. Crow also was too surprised that we thought that this parrot was being killed by someone else. Today it has come back. And after, even not only crow was surprised, the parrot also got surprised because a rabbit was staying in the home. And immediately parrot got angry. He shouted, rabbit, please get out of my home. This is my own home. You have to get off immediately. Rabbit was very cool. She did not say anything. Oh, parrot, cool down. You know, the Veda says, if someone occupies the place for some time, it becomes their own place. So, you follow the Vedas. Parrot says, no, how come that? This is the place of me. I was living here. This is my place. Rabbit says, no. You ask anybody. If who's the current person who's staying here, that home belongs to that person. Now parrot is not accepted. Parrot says, no, you are wrong. Let us do one thing. We will consult the neighbors, because the neighbors are the best one. Will tell when it is a land, when it is a water or a tree. The neighbors are the best one to judge and tell whose it belongs to whom. Okay, then both agree to the terms. They say, okay, we'll go and meet the neighbors. Once they went to the crow, since become a friend of both parrot and rabbit, she could not say any judgment. She said, no, I'm not in a position to judge on this. So you both decide together. I would suggest you both live for some days together and find a good place and then you can move on. But these two never accepts that. Said, no, rabbit says, this is my home, I want that. Parrot says, no, this is my home, I want that. As this went on, they said, okay, we'll meet some other neighbor who will discuss. We will get the judgment. They go to a fox and fox tells, no, I'm also not eligible. I'm not eligible to give any judgment on this case. I will suggest you one judge who could be a best judge for your case. Basically, that judge is a cat. Earlier, it used to kill a lot of animals but now it has become very mature. She is not killing any animals. She has become a saint. So you both approach them, you will give a fair judgment. By listening to the fox advice, rabbit and parrot, they look for a saint. And fox tells that saint normally sits at the riverside, you can go and meet them. So as parrot and rabbit approach the riverside, they see from the far distance an ugly face with a lot of beard. A cat was sitting. Looking at first instance, the parrot was very frightened. That guy saint looks to be a bad guy. He looks to be killing animals. So it is better we avoid. We'll go to some other judge. The rabbit said, no, by looking at anybody, you don't judge on that. Let us just go little near and then find out. And parrot says, no, if you accept one condition, we will go there. We must stay little far from cat and then we'll tell our problem. Okay, then rabbit also says, fine. Okay, let's go. They both go, but they safely stand far away from the cat and start telling their problem. After listening to the problem, cat, they just go to the near parrot and rabbit go near, approach the cat, but they stay little away from the cat. So cat asks them, what is the problem? Parrot and rabbit explains, no, this is the problem. But cat listening to all this conversation, she says, no, I cannot hear what you are saying. Please come to near. Then only I will be able to listen. I can hear what you are trying to say. Please come down. Come near. Immediately parrot thinks, no, this is good. This is having some skeptic movements. It is going to kill us. Rabbit says, no, it is not like that. Nothing will happen. Let us go and stand. By guess of parrot, cat thinks that cat guesses that they have a doubt about cat. Cat says, no, I am a saint. I will never kill anybody. Earlier I used to kill many people. Nowadays I am not killing anyone. Please come nearby and tell your problem. Then only I can give a fair judgment. Okay, finally accepting that cat is a good one, they both parrot and rabbit go nearby and then start telling the story. The moment they start the story, there was a big sound. Okay, this is the end of the story. But after the sound, what happens? This is the hen which I would like to expect from any of the listener here. So after that sound, what could have happened? So please, any listeners, anyone come up with any kind of hint? What could have happened after the cat, after the sound? Okay, let me end this with a story. The topic today was being oneself. So from this story, what we understand is you are the best judge for yourself. Don't expect that some other person will give you a miracle judgment so that you become over the night a millionaire or billionaire.